Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Beverly Holloway with Inspirational Life and Wellness. And today I'm going to be doing the Sacred Traveler reading for my water signs of Cancer, which is my sign, Scorpio, and Pisces. This is going to be for the month of August. I am actually going to be using the Sacred Traveler deck by, who is this? Denise Lynn. I love her. So this is going to be for the month of August. And again, it's going to be for those of you that are born under the sign of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So we are going to see what type of guidance that you need to take you into this month of August. So I believe today is August the 6th. Yes, so I'm about a week in, but the energy that is present here for this particular reading, it's fluid. So that means that whenever you watch this video, that was the time for you to get it, okay? And so excuse me if I'm not looking directly into the camera. So now, I have shuffled the cards and I have meditated on your energy. And so basically I wanted to, where is this for the Sacred Travelers? Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to put on my glasses right quick because I want to give you all the gist of what you can expect from this particular reading. So I'm just going to kind of read a little bit about this particular deck. This is one of my favorite decks. It's one of my older ones. And I'm telling you, I just came through what felt like a war, right? And I had to walk away and leave everything that I owned. I had so many new oracle decks, a tarot card deck, some books that were new, but I had to run for my life or run for the hills, and I left everything behind. However, I know that the universe is going to bring them back into my hands eventually. I will be able to rebuild and to repurchase those things again. However, there were 4 decks that I was able to snatch and bring with me, and I'm telling you, during my time of transition from one state to another, during a very, very difficult time where my mind could have been affected as far as what to do and being bombarded with fearful thoughts. Had I not had those 4 decks to give me wisdom and direction during that time, I don't know what I would have done. I still would have come through it, but the messages that I received were just phenomenal. And it kept me on track. It kept me positive. It kept me in a high state of expectation and faith. And so this particular deck, Sacred Traveler, says that there are secret messages all around you. It's simply a matter of being able to hear them. In this graceful and elegant card deck, best-selling author Denise Lynn guides you in understanding the events, the signs, and the coincidences in your life, leading you toward a personal and spiritual transformation. Denise's sage guidance helps you transcend and activate your intuition, realize your life's purpose and potential, and achieve a genuine state of peace. The Sacred Traveler Oracle deck will assist you to step behind the mystic veil into hallowed dimensions that will align your inner spiritual existence with your outer life. Each card interprets the signs that are around you and deciphers the secret messages of the universe, from answering the call to discovering truth to infinite abundance and more. So those are just some of the things that may come forth for you during this particular time that we're going to have together. So I want you to just take a moment and just really center yourself. I want you to take a few deep breaths in, exhale, and then again, one deep breath in, And exhale. And then one more deep breath in. And exhale. All right, so let's see what messages Spirit has for you for the month of March. Well, for the month of August. Okay, Spirit, what messages do you have for the water signs for the month of August? Thank you, Spirit, for direction, wisdom. What messages do you have for the water signs of Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer? Spirit, what messages do you have for the water signs? What messages do you have for my water signs? Okay, there's one. I have two so far. Spirit, what messages do you have for my water signs for the month of August? What messages do you have, Spirit? There we go. So let's see what we have here. What do we have here? I have got so much stuff here. I can't wait until I get my permanent location so that I can be a little bit better organized. All right, so the first card that we have here is that of Wandering Path. Enjoy the journey. This one popped out for me. I think it was during that journey I had. Wandering Path. It says, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. So, some of you, I'm just sensing, you're not really quite sure where you're going. And perhaps maybe that has caused you a lot of frustration. You're not really sure exactly what direction you should take. However, there's something that I heard quoted years ago, actually by my ex-husband. As a matter of fact, he used to mention this in some of his sermons. When you don't know where to go, something to that effect, any road will take you there. And so I'm sensing that maybe some of you feel like you're just kind of floundering around. You've been kind of wandering around. You're not really sure what to do. And you haven't moved at all. And so perhaps maybe you have maybe one or more inklings or thoughts that may have popped into your mind. And you're just not sure which one of those directions to take. And I'm sensing perhaps maybe there are 3 different directions, 3 different choices. It could be involving people, relationships, perhaps. Hey, maybe you've got 3 suitors and you're trying to make some decisions. You're not really sure what path to take or which job offer to take. Or perhaps maybe some of you are wanting to relocate. Perhaps maybe you have 3 different states that you've been considering and you're just not quite sure. And so I want to encourage you to really tap in and center yourself and really tap in. Perhaps you may need to up your meditation and just really tap in to your soul and find out what it is that your soul is crying out for. It's really easy. What direction, when you think about the different decisions that you may have to make, which one brings you the most joy? Which one just makes you feel all good inside? Normally, that is the direction. That is where your soul is leading you and guiding you. And sometimes we get tripped up because we're like, well, is this me? Or, is it God? Or should I do that? It is safe to trust that inner pull, that inner magnet that's drawing you to a particular place. A lot of times what I've found, especially when dealing with people that are of the Christian faith, they want to pray about everything. They want to just keep on praying. Sometimes they just pray for years to get an answer from God, when on the inside of them, they know exactly what they want and desire to do. There's that scripture that says, delight yourself in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. Well, that could also mean that the desires that you have in your heart to go to Chicago, to go to New York, or to relocate to California, that desire that you have in your heart was actually put there before your conception. God gave you that desire so that you would go after it. So a lot of times we hinder our move and our path in life because we're so afraid to step out. So I'm just sensing that, hey, go for it. Go for it. So I'm going to go to the guidebook and just see what the guidebook has to say about this as well. Wandering path. Wandering path. All right. Enjoy the journey. So it says here that the meaning of this particular oracle is that you don't always need to know where you're going. It says here, accept the fact that sometimes the path in life is circuitous and meandering. Yet, know that you're always exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't seem like it. Be present with your journey. Be present with your journey. Some of you, perhaps maybe I'm sensing, aren't moving because you've been grumbling and complaining about where you are right now. And as long as you continue to grumble and complain, you're going to stay right there in that grumbling and mumbling. But if you will find something that you can be grateful for and to be thankful for, that you have encountered in this place where you are, and start to be grateful for whatever you can find, even if it's just waking up this morning, but find something that you can be grateful for, and on a daily basis continue to verbalize to the universe and thank God, the universe, your creator, whoever you consider your life force to be grateful. Find something that you can verbally say out loud where you can hear yourself say it, that you are grateful for at this place right where you are now in your journey. It says here, embrace everything that you encounter on your path. And be grateful. Embrace everything that you encounter on your path, whether it be good or whether it be bad. Now, I'm not saying that perhaps maybe on your path you've been abused, you've been molested. I'm not saying that you're to embrace that as being okay. But perhaps maybe you've had financial troubles. Perhaps maybe you found yourself displaced or homeless. Be thankful. I experienced temporary homelessness after 2 years of staying with someone that I thought was acting as a caregiver that had invited me to stay as I went through the Social Security disability process. And then all of a sudden, this person started conniving behind my back. Didn't think I was going to find out about it, but they never really gave me any credit for even hearing from spirit. So I don't know, they were just dumb, to think that the Holy Spirit didn't love and care for me enough that I wouldn't be able to discern that I was being betrayed. And so because I stood my ground in that situation, it forced me into a place of homelessness where I packed up my bags and I booked. I bounced, not knowing where I was going, how I was going to get there, not having anyone that I could call that was local to help me or to provide shelter. And now I am right in the place where I am supposed to be. And so embrace everything that comes with the path that you're on. It's all for your highest good, and accept what is. This is the key to your inner power. Now, it says here that the sacred traveler wants you to know, this is for you water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. When you're traveling, you are in the present moment. A mystic traveler has no specific goals for the future and is not focused upon the destination. Everything is fresh and new. At times, it's difficult to accept everything that occurs on the road of life, especially if the road seems to twist and turn in unexpected ways. What happened to me about a month ago was very unexpected. Very unexpected. I thought I was going to roll up into this place where God was leading me to anyway. I thought I was going to roll up with that new car I had been looking for. I thought I was going to roll up and have my own place to lay my head. Well, it didn't happen that way. It happened very unexpectedly. And so that's how it happens sometimes on our road. And so you have to be content in that. Now, the other message that came forth is that of, and there's going to be a little bit of a disturbance. Well, not disturbance, but distraction here, because my sister is about to come up and she likes to talk. So we're going to see if she's going to notice that I'm actually doing a video, if she's going to remain quiet, or if she's going to be yapping. We'll see. But anyway, so moving forward, the next card that popped out is that of narrow pathway. I've never got this one before. And it says tread thoughtfully. Narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. Now, what I'm sensing from this particular message, wow, I'm trying to really see what this image is here. So it says narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Let's see here. There's a lot of fog. There's a tree, which to me represents the tree of life. But in between the mountains, oh my God, it looks like a castle above. In between the tree of life and those mountains, there's a lot of fog. And it seems as though that there's this narrow trail there. But it says to tread thoughtfully. Now, what I'm getting from this is that some of you are at a place in your life where it's important for you to be very careful about some decisions that you're making at this point of your journey. Now, perhaps some of you are engaged, you're thinking about getting married, perhaps. You may want to tread very thoughtfully about that, about this individual that you're considering hooking up with for life, because there is a narrow pathway that you must enter and go through as it relates to your life purpose. And it's looking very narrow because of a decision that you may be on the verge of making. So I'm just picking up that with it saying here to tread thoughtfully, you might want to back up and really think about some things that you're considering. You may be already in the works. You may have already bought the decorations, hired the wedding planner, got the cake ready to be put in the oven or whatever. But regardless of how much money you've invested, you may want to really pull back. Hey, count your losses, because it may save you in the future. Now, let's see what the guidebook has to say about this message, narrow pathway. Do not make any quick decisions. That's what I said, right? Do not make any quick decisions. Think things through. Tread carefully. If you rush into anything, there are potential difficulties. Keep very focused and don't allow yourself to get distracted. Your project will succeed if you go slowly. Slowly. It says, your project will succeed if you go slowly. The relationship, listen to this, the relationship, what did I say? It could be about a relationship. It says the relationship will grow, but don't be in a hurry. Now, I know women, we're so emotional, especially those of you that are born under the sign of Cancer, and all of the water signs for that matter. We're kind of ruled by our emotions, right? And so we want to run ahead and make decisions. Oh, he's so cute and beautiful. And, I just want to spend the rest of my life with him. Girl, fellas, You might want to think about it, okay? But it says here, don't be in a hurry. Let it all emerge in its own time. Just chill. Enjoy the moment, okay? Enjoy the moment. Like the other card said, the wandering path. Enjoy the moment. Embrace where you are right now on your path. So it says here that the sacred traveler wants you to know, when the path becomes narrow, success will ensue if you go slowly and carefully. The traveler takes one step at a time. Okay, so it says the sacred traveler takes one step at a time, deliberately and cautiously. No detail of the path is overlooked. Don't overlook anything, okay? Now, especially if you're involved in a relationship and this person has this quirky little habit that they do, but you think they're so cute right now. Eventually, that little quirky habit is going to really get on your damn nerves. So, it says here, no detail of the path is overlooked. Don't overlook the signs. The signs. Don't overlook the signs. Now, if you see some tempers flare in the beginning of a relationship, honey, don't overlook that, because that could be an abuser on down the road. And many of you, some of you may have already experienced that in a relationship. This could be something from your past. But it says here, keep your focus on the steps that are ahead. Do not get ahead of yourself. Breathe. 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 Open your mouth and breathe. Take that mask off and breathe and relax. It says you will be able to achieve what others have not if you take the time to consider carefully all the options and move forward with the deliberate care. Whoa, this is a message for somebody. This is a message for somebody. It is important for you to back up, honey. Back up. Don't be so concerned about the money that you've invested. Perhaps maybe it's a business decision that you've made with someone. Everything looks all peachy keen, but Spirit is trying to keep you from some trouble down the road as it relates to hooking up and partnering with this individual as it relates to your business. If it's not a relationship, back up. You may have already invested some money, but back up, because it will cost you more in the end. The third message and final message, and it's reversed, is navigating by the stars. I love this. This is a beautiful reading. Navigating by the stars, follow your bliss, which I mentioned earlier. Following that wonderful feeling that you have in here. Following your bliss. Following those things that make your soul happy. Perhaps maybe you want to be a dancer. Perhaps maybe you want to change your major if you're in college, or you want to change professions like I did. I mean, I realized I got to a point where I could no longer commit spiritual suicide, basically. Working in an environment and on a job and in a profession that was out of alignment with my soul purpose. But it says here, navigating the stars. Follow your bliss. I love this. Look how he's got his backpack. He's got his staff, his rod. He sees that path ahead of him. He is ready to go. But look at this. Look at this. All he has is his bag, his staff, and the stars above. I love this. I love how in times of old, before there was technology, my ancestors, my Native American ancestors, they navigated their way through life as they gazed upon the stars. And what irritates me is how Christian missionaries came in and tried to force them from believing in the moon and the stars and their beliefs. And if they did not convert to Christianity, they would kidnap their children. But Spirit is wanting you all for this month of August to get rid of all that other bullshit that you've been doing that has not been serving your highest good. Get your ass in gear and follow your bliss. Someone may be considering music, acting, modeling. Perhaps maybe you've considered moving to Hollywood. Pack your bags and go. Get you a strategy. Get centered. Get focused. Meditate. Seek the divine for strategies on how to get you to where you want to be. Now, let's go ahead and see what the Guidebook has to say about navigating the stars. I love that card. Navigating the stars. Follow your bliss. Trust your gut. Everything that I do by way of my intuition and my gut. It does not make sense to other people. Why? Because hell, they're not following their intuition. They're not following their gut. And because they can't see through my eyes. So they're not going to be able to really comprehend or relate to the vision and the things that I say that Spirit is leading me and guiding me to as I say that I'm following my intuition. It says here, have faith that a higher power is directing your life. Believe. Allow your life decisions to be dictated by what opens your heart and by what brings you joy. There may be some of you that are in relationships that you know it's not bringing you any joy, any wealth. It's not bringing you anything but sadness, depression, nothing. It's not serving you at all, but yet and still you're still in it. It says here, allow your life decisions to be dictated by what opens your heart and by what brings you joy. Relax, be patient, and follow your bliss. Your life is being divinely guided. That's for some of you. Some of you need to relax. You need to breathe, okay? You're wanting to run ahead. You're wanting to run ahead without knowing what your next step should be. This is for some of you. And you need to chill. You just need to chill. There's even some that may be in a relationship or in a marriage. And right now with COVID and we're quarantined, a lot of us, we're stuck in the house, all the time. Can't go to our favorite restaurant unless we got to wear a mask. So, why bother? Let's just stay home. And perhaps maybe, your relationship has been affected because you and your partner aren't used to spending that much time together. So, and you're ready to go see an attorney and let this shit be over. But Spirit wants you to just chill, just relax, okay?